Bienvenue au journal de la mi-journée, une édition bien sûr bilingue comme à l'accoutumée. Hi, Regina Leketanda.
Bon après-midi, Vanessa Melakanem. Thank you so much for joining us in this edition of the Bilingual News. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Took up position in Furawa in the northwest region of Cameroon. Life is gradually returning to normal in that enclave subdivision. The predominantly peasant population who fled for safety to neighboring Nigeria and are reoccupying their houses and farmlands.
Les conférences de programmation des marchés publics pour l'exercice 2021 sont en cours dans la ville de Yaoundé. Elles ont été lancées par le ministre délégué à la présidence chargé des marchés publics. Talba Mala présente ses contours dans ce journal.
And we shall be taking you out of Cameroon. It is now more than official that Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th president of the United States of America. The Electoral College on Monday confirmed Joe Biden as the U.S. next president after a decisive vote. This outcome definitely implies that all the lawsuits engaged by the outgoing Donald Trump in bids to overturn the results of November 3rd in his favor have amounted to zero. Once more, thank you so much for joining us in this edition of the Bilingual News. The boycott strategy has never been the best option. The CRM party should have learned from the mistakes of the SDF party. Declarations of renowned politician Celestin Jammeh as he quit the CRM party. He was meeting with the press on Monday, but he, however, failed to mention his next destination. The politician equally escaped questions about a possible integration into the ruling CPDM party. Our reporter Morenzi was there and brought back this report.
Bitter, disappointed but not surprised at MRC's party's continuous shift from its initial vision of true democratic practice, renowned politician Celestin Jammeh, who joined Professor Maurice Kamto's party 2 years ago, declares his resignation from the party. At a press conference in Douala, Monday, December 14, Celestin Jammeh remains bitter at MRC's decision to boycott the 2019 municipal legislative elections, which he says will eventually crumble the party. He says the boycott policy has never been a solution, and the MRC failed to draw lessons from the SDF taking similar decision years back. When we are in a republic, we are either for weapons or for the ballot box. I choose the ballot box. Things are changing with the fight, and I want to emphasize that the boycott policy has never been a solution. Asked on his next destination after resigning from MRC, or what if the CPDM lures him into joining them, Celestin Jammeh, though was not clear, declared the CPDM is a republic and he's out to defend Republican values. He did not make any declarations as to the creation of a political party, as was expected by pressmen, but he regrets, after about 25 years of politicking, neither did the SDF nor MRC gave him a listening ear. Be that SDF and MRC, nobody listened to me. I am afraid that the same cause produced the same effects. Where is the SDF today? It should be noted Celestin Jammeh joined MRC 2 years ago after resigning from the SDF, where he spent almost 22 years. And when he joined Kamto's party, he was appointed party's National Secretary for Human Rights. Social and political critics say his resignation from MRC does not come as a surprise, especially as he constantly criticized the party's hierarchy at every slightest opportunity.
Now, close to 1 year since the military took up position in Furawa in the northwest region of the country, life is said to be gradually getting back to normal in this enclave locality. Now, the population, predominantly peasants who fled the war into neighboring Nigeria, are now said to be reclaiming their homes and farmlands. Once more, Morenzi.
Furawa subdivision in Menjin division of the Northwest region is one of the most enclave in Cameroon. The current socio-political crisis came to add salt to the injury. So most of the people fled to next door Nigeria, including the mayor.
As of January last year, when the military came, the village was deserted. Even myself, I was not in Furawa here. I also escaped even before the military came, because when the boys were here, they were hunting for some of us. So we ran for our dear lives. We were still in Nigeria. So when the military came now, we saw that it was time for us to come back home, to gather our population back home. That's why you see this multitude here.
Since the implantation of a military base here, the close to 20,000-man population is progressively returning to fatherland, and social life is once more effective.
This is for our subdivision, and we have many difficulties here about security, about network.
After handing over a consignment of gifts, the commander of the 5th Combined Military Region, General Ka Valet, has promised special prizes to outstanding school children.
So since we started school, most children lack books and other essential school materials. So this one that has been handed to the inspectorate to share to the schools by the general, I hope that they will make maximum use of it.
2 symbolic bags of farm produce were used to thank the senior soldier for the existing peace in Furawa.
Now, the construction of roads, the installation of street lights, and the rehabilitation of the drainage system are some of the major projects that have been earmarked for the city of Douala for the year 2021. Now, the budget to that effect was adopted yesterday. Our reporter Gladys Ambodiban was there and our reports.
56.8 billion francs CFA. This is the budget that the Douala City Council will function with in 2021. The budget has noticed an increase of 10.553 billion francs CFA as compared to that of 2020, which stood at slightly above 46 billion francs CFA. Of the 56.8 billion francs adopted for 2021, 49.7 billion has been earmarked as functional budget and 7 billion francs CFA for investments.
We have just voted a new budget for the year 2021. It is an ambitious budget which aims to improve the living standards, the living condition of the population of Douala.
They have to work very hard, because if we have to mobilize the resource, I think that we can reach the objective.
The budget will be oriented essentially on the promotion of economic development and environmental protection.
To improve the roads, to improve light in the street and so on. What regards the Chan and Can. And we are trying to do our best.
Manoka in the Douala 6 municipality will surely have its beach taken care of this 2021.
We have the road project, we have the bridge project, the beach project, we have lights, which for many years Manoka was as if it was nowhere to be found. But today, if you go to Manoka, you'll be happy.
The SGO, Benjamin Butu, commended the councillors for their responsible exchanges during the session and urged them to ensure the budget is used for the purpose for which it was voted. This comes at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic, which had badly affected economic activities this 2020, is still threatening.
Gladys Ambodiban there reported. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has killed the ambience that usually characterizes the lighting of Christmas trees at schools. School administrators have taken measures to reduce the number of people who usually take part in this activity, thereby affecting the palm and pageantry that usually comes with this event. More on this report with you, Beatrice Ngamo.
Christmas tree ceremonies in schools gradually gaining steam as the days draw near. The tree, like Father Christmas image, already planting the excitement in the minds of the kids. Most schools we visited, rehearsals ongoing. how to take pictures after receiving their gifts. Difficult to tell from the excitement on the faces of the kids that it is just rehearsal. They feel the day already.
And this Christmas is meant only for the nursery kids. And this is the first time that they are saying that we always have Christmas feast in an institution. The children will receive their gifts. They will also receive their report cards. It will be something different for them.
This 2020 is a year with its own particularity. Here, only these fresh kids, nursery school pupils, will enjoy the privilege. And they'll be with their parents on Sunday, December the 20th, for the Christmas tree ceremony and end of term in this school, though not in their numbers. In this other school, the ceremony will be just between pupils and school teachers. Not an easy decision, especially as parents are on the necks of school officials, saying they love to see their kids perform to encourage them and help boost their performance. Here, the school term ends on December 22nd. Another group of schools who met are those who have put the Christmas tree ceremony to a hold. Nothing this year. Going by the popular talk that Father Christmas is in confinement after COVID-19 contamination. Adding that, next year they will organize Christmas tree ceremony by the grace of God. Different opinions and choices, especially as the COVID-19 pandemic is still lingering around. New cases and contamination gaining grounds in Europe and the United States.
Ils sont enfin libres. Les chefs traditionnels des villages Mai 15 Lower Bokova et Mai 16 Lower Bolifamba, enlevés dans la région du sud-ouest par des hommes armés il y a quelques jours.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. No easy. Ouais.
Dimanche, en fin d'après-midi, 5 hommes armés ont fait éruption à la chefferie d'Ibanda, taux élevé des attaques des bandes armées séparatistes. Ces localités ont également servi de base arrière aux groupes armés indépendantistes.
Le tri animal s'organise pour prévenir